To absolutely no one's surprise, Tekashi Snitch 9 was jumped at a gym in Florida. So we're gonna talk about that today. What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. As you can tell, we're talking about Tekashi. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Jess. I'm a person in long-term recovery who has in fact been to prison. If you want to follow me on any other social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, Patreon, that's $2. It's only ever going to be $2. All of that is linked down below, as well as my vlog channel and Facebook. So, your girl's got a lot to say, so let's just kick this thing off. So as most of you know, Tekashi is a rapper that was famously running around with gang members and was really involved in like gang activity, seemingly for clout or for like street cred, which to me was the most unnecessary thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. But Tekashi knew the consequences. He knew that at some point he's going to get caught. At some point he was going to end up in prison. He knew the people that he was hanging out with were dangerous and they were violent, and that at some point shit was going to go down.
I thought rap was real. So when I was going down for the attempted murders on March 20th, the robbery on April 3rd, the shooting on April 21st, 2 shootings on April 21st, the shooting on June 16th, all of those scenarios, or, you know, sending shots, nigga. Everything I was rapping about was really happening. Yeah. These rappers that rap about the shit that they rap about, they don't live. It's like really dumb to be involved in gang activity regardless of who you are, but when you're very rich and very famous and you're doing it all for street cred, there's gonna be a lot of eyes on you. So really stupid, right? He gets arrested for a laundry list of shit and immediately starts telling, like day one. To make like that whole situation even more risky or dangerous for Tekashi, when he came home, he was just bragging about it. He was like, yep, I snitched. What are you gonna do about it? And then all the interviews he did, it seemed like to people that have never lived that life, it really seemed like what he was saying was making sense if you've had no experience in it. Because he was saying that one of the gang members, they were sleeping with his baby mom, and when he goes to prison, who's gonna take care of them? No one. Who's gonna look out for him on the inside? No one. So when you've never lived it, the things that he was saying in interviews could kind of make sense. But when you have lived it and you know the consequences, you go into that life voluntarily, fully aware that prison is imminent and fully aware of what happens to snitches, right? It's kind of just assumed that you're gonna do your own time. And just to clarify, if you are in the streets, you're breaking the law, you know what you're doing, you know that you're eventually gonna get caught, because it's not if, it's when. When you're doing that, right, and you're in that life, and then you get arrested, and instead of taking responsibility for your own actions, you're like, yo, it was all of them. It was all of them over there, and let me shave off some of my own time by getting other people caught up in this with me. That is snitching, and it is so common. I had people in my own motion of discovery that I had never met before in my life, so it's a really common thing, and the reason why is not necessarily because tons and tons of people are weak. It's because they hand out years, they hand out decades for drug crimes. And prison time is hard. Being away from your family is hard. No one wants to go to prison. And when you're in that life, you think like, oh, maybe I might get away with it. So the reason why people snitch is because they want to not serve 3 decades in prison on a drug charge, right? Let me tell you what is not snitching. If you are a civilian, if you have a 9-to-5 job and you're not involved in any kind of criminal activity, the drug world, or you're not, ripping and running or stealing things from people, if you're not involved in crime, and someone does something, like say they break into your house or they break into your car or something like that happens, and you go to law enforcement, that's not snitching. That is not snitching. That is you using your resources to protect yourself. That has gotten misconstrued on this channel a couple of different times, so I wanted to clarify. So to move on, Tekashi was very just bold and in your face, like, yep, I snitched on all of you. What are you gonna do about it when he came home? Hey, just wait till you get off house arrest. He's not gonna be able to go outside though.
Right.
First day out, shot a music video on the block. Another excuse. Oh yeah, but he's with mass security. When does it stop?
He not only snitched on a lot of really dangerous, really violent people, but then he bragged about it, right? Like he rubbed it in their faces. My question is like, bro, you're just walking around at a LA Fitness. Like no security, nothing, just walking around in LA Fitness, looking like a whole ass Skittles bag, and also a picnic table that's been doodled on, you know? So we see you, right? Like everyone knows the rainbow hair and the tattoos. We know it's you, bro. You're walking around LA Fitness, getting swole, and you think that's fine? You think that no one is gonna have anything to say about it? Like, you pissed a lot of people off. Even if the people that attacked him were not connected to anything that he did, right? The people that he snitched on, still, people are mad that he's a rat, and there are some people that will just beat you up because you're famous, because that's like, it's like their 15 minutes, right? So why is he just walking around in LA Fitness? No security, 5'2". You know, like, what? You can make tons of money in the criminal world, the drug game, whatever you're doing, drugs, weapons, you can make tons of money like that, right? So it is appealing kind of at the surface level, right? You can make a ton of money really fast. But anyone that has really lived it knows that that world comes with pain. That world comes with prison sentences, dead friends, you could lose your own life. There's nothing appealing. Like, the music videos make it look cool, right? When you live that life, like you really live that life, you know that it just comes with so much pain. And what you get fast, what comes easy and what comes fast never lasts. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a lot of sympathy for him. And I don't think a lot of people do, right? Because he was so like, yep, I snitch, what? So I don't have a lot of sympathy for him. I don't wanna see anyone get hurt. I don't wanna see him lose his life over it. But that's a very real consequence to everything that he has done. It's almost like when you fuck around, you find out. And I know that sounds aggressive, but like, what was he expecting? I don't think any of us are surprised by this. Did you guys know that gun violence has killed at least one rapper every year since 2018? That's crazy. I live in the suburbs of Chicago, and just in 2022, 695 people were killed here. It's just insane, you know? So it blows my mind that Tekashi thinks he can just walk around. I know that Chicago and Tekashi has nothing to do with it, right? But I mentioned gun violence, and that number was really on my mind because he's very lucky to be alive. He is very lucky to be alive. Like I said, even if these guys that jumped him had nothing to do with his case, I'm surprised it's taken this long for someone to get to him. And sure, he's got tons of bodyguards usually around him, but like, you're at LA Fitness, bro. You better go get some dumbbells and a freaking bench and put that shit in your garage. Like, you better do something else, because I would be so paranoid if I was him. You know what I mean? I would never leave my house. If I did all that shit, I'm not gonna walk around in LA Fitness. No. I don't wanna see him hurt. I don't wanna see him lose his life. He has a kid, or multiple kids. One kid for sure. So I don't wanna see anything happen to him. I just think this is the dumbest thing ever, and he needs to be more careful. And it's just weird to me that he thinks it's cool. I genuinely will never understand why it is that people think they're gonna get clout or attention or street cred from being in that life, especially when they don't have to. Anyone that tells you they love being, you know, a drug dealer or a gang member, anyone that says that they enjoy that, they're an idiot, because it comes with pain. So they're either lying to you or they're not really in that life, because that is no way to live. It is no way to live. You either end up in the ground or you end up in prison. If you're struggling with drug addiction, I'm a partner with Groups Recover Together. They are both online and in-person treatment program. They believe in harm reduction. They're 420 friendly, and they're just an amazing team of people. We're opening in new states all the time, so check them out in the description box of this video and every video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But I'm gonna end today's video here. As always, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay in recovery. It is not fucking cool to run around in the streets and play drug dealer, gang member, weapons dealer. I don't know what Tekashi was doing. Ugh, crazy. And I will see y'all in my next one.